Peter, 32-23 victory over Rotherham Titans this afternoon. Is that the perfect start to the season?
Absolutely it is. 5 points to nil on terms of points on the table. You couldn't ask for more, coming very anxious I was last night, having had a super pre-season, but you just don't know where you are until the first game came up. Rotherham at home, having seen them in pre-season, we knew they were going to be very, very tough. And early on in the first 10 minutes, they cut us open twice, and I think we got out of jail on one occasion with Miles Mantella making a super tackle in the bottom corner. But for me, I thought that set the tone for the day. We're going to be in trouble. But the boys responded. We knew we had an enormous driving line out, which was a source of all our points against Glasgow last week. And again, it didn't disappoint. I think 4 of our tries today came from line out plays, and obviously James Buckland's very pleased about that. But yeah, really pleased. We started the season in a brilliant way. We don't have any serious injuries as well moving forward, which is always a bonus as well. So I am very relieved.
How happy were you with the forward pack when we had 4 new players in there? But how key was it to have that experienced back row partnership that was so good last season to kind of help the new boys on? Well,
Brighty scoring 3 tries, he won all right, didn't he? Look, the back row trio very, very experienced, but we've recruited some big timber in the front 5, and again it paid dividends today. Mark Lilly I thought had a great game, and when you've got Sam Twomey and Tai Tuisamoa to come off the bench too, again 2 big hunks of meat, it just keeps coming, and that's the aim for us. I think we're just going to go with a forward orientated power game and play to our strengths, and today it worked.
2 key words we've used in pre-season: grit and resilience. I think we showed that in abundance today, especially in that second half when they're eating away at our lead and they could have come back and snatched it. Well,
Rotherham are full of that grit and resilience as well. You see all the way to the final whistle. 14-point lead, they score. Had he got the conversion, it might have been a dodgy last 90 seconds or so. But we had to. They're a super team, Rotherham, and you've got to show that. But they're not going to ever say die, and so you've got to keep at that. And there were crucial times in the games, and I think today we were the ones that scored in those crucial times. Pete Lydon scored a lovely try off his own chip and chase, and a couple of phases later he ran it in, showing some great pace incidentally down the left hand side, and that was I think a minute into the second half, so we'd gone in at half time very close. All of a sudden Rotherham were up against it, and it's those crucial periods in games against opposition that are very similar level which will dictate the game, and as I say today, I think we were on we were the beneficiaries of those.
The forwards will take a lot of credit for today, but you said it was a lovely try by Peter Lydon. Are you pleased overall with how the backs performed?
Yeah, again, Jamie Stevenson was outstanding. Limited. Look, we went into this with a particular tactic to play against Rotherham, and it wasn't about throwing the ball wide like perhaps Rotherham were doing. So we knew where we were going to come into the game, and our wingers were very active on kick chasing, incidentally, which was outstanding for most of the game. And our kicking game dominated Rotherham, and that's why we won the game. Our forward pack were dominant in close to the line, but it's our kicking game that gets us into those positions. So really pleased. Pete Lydon again, not so great from the tee, but with ball in hand he kicked very, very well, and something we've been working on a lot, and today it paid big dividends for us.
And Mark Bright was telling me it's his first ever championship hat-trick. I mean, it's just like a fine wine, really, isn't he?
Well, there's only one guy that's not happy in the change room, and that's Miles Mantella, because already Brighty's got a three try head start on him for the season tally. So he's furious in there that he didn't get over, and he should have scored himself if he hadn't fumbled the ball in plenty of space at the end of the first half. But no, I mean, great start from him. He was touch and go to start the game, and to come through with 3 tries shows that he was probably fully fit.
And the word on Rotherham Titans, I mean, they showed enough today to prove that they'll be thereabouts and near the top 4 come the end of the season.
Oh, absolutely. I know their squad was decimated with recruitment from other teams over the summer, and they put together a really strong team, and they've got some wonderful backs that caused us a lot of trouble. But again, I think the games of rugby are won and lost up front, and I think we had that slight edge up front, and that's what brought us out on the right side of it. But given parity, you can see them not just beating teams but rattling up huge scores, because they got some tremendous strike power in their back line, as we saw in pre-season. So I don't think we play them until right at the end of the season, but I take no worries that when we go up there at the end, it probably has something to do with qualification for top 4, perhaps. Then that's a long way away, but it will be even playing in September, we'll have that in the memory going up there, and it'll be a very, very tough game, I'm sure.
Well done today, and a fine one.
Thank you.